Alright, so this video is a very raw video. I've mentioned in some videos that my hands, both hands, but especially my right hand, has been having a lot of problems since July. And about a month ago, I went a couple weeks with pretty much no gluten and very low carb, and it helped a tiny bit, but it didn't really help much with my hand. Probably did help my blood sugar, and I'm actually going to do the whole, well, not whole, I'm keeping my dairy because I'll decrease it and make sure I only do the organic, or natural, or something like that, organic, grass-fed for the milk. But other than that, because I have done AIP before, and milk has never been a trigger. I've done the DNA test, and it shows I am not lactose intolerant, so I know dairy's not a big issue, but I also know that I will decrease it just in case, at least as far as the cheeses that are not organic or grass-fed, or at least higher quality. But otherwise, in the past I've learned corn can be a small trigger. Eggs could be a trigger in the past. I don't know what, if anything else, because nothing else really that I gave up in the past ever really made big difference. But our bodies change. Sorry, my hand hurts. Our bodies change, and everything else changes, and so doing the autoimmune protocol probably could help some. But I woke up just after midnight, essentially screaming and crying in pain. My hand felt like it was in a fire, like somebody had done an Indian burn on it, in addition to being in a fire. An Indian burn inside each of my joints. My joints were like screaming, and the overall pain, even going up into the top of my arm, was excruciating. Had Mike push on my back, that took the general pain down enough for me to not be screaming and crying. Well, no, it didn't take it to not be crying. But screaming, basically, or moaning, or whatever you want to call it. And then I didn't get to a point where I could actually fall asleep till probably, last time I saw the clock, it was like 5:15. Then my alarms start going off at like 5:15. No, I turned that one off. My alarm started going off at 6:20. I kept pushing snooze and let the snooze take care of things, and texted Ross that so when I woke up, burning maybe just a 9 instead of a 10. My brain's better able to detach a tiny bit through thinking about everything else. Excuse me. Yeah, crying and being in pain releases a bit of phlegm. Basically, if I move my fingers, like, which takes effort, it's not like, you know, automatic, move my hand over and it moves. I have to consciously think about this morning. And moving my fingers causes a bit of a flare-up in the joint pain and the burning sensation, and occasionally in the sensation that goes up to my upper arm. Alright, I was a massage therapist for 18 years. I focused on light, healing touch, and deep tissue neuromuscular. I worked at multiple chiropractor offices. This whole thing has been weird for me because it doesn't follow just one nerve the way that a normal thing like carpal tunnel would. And I didn't really think of anything beyond carpal tunnel. This started after mowing and doing a bunch of packing and moving and a whole bunch of stuff and pushing myself hard. Where was I? So, my right hand is very, very swollen. My left is slightly swollen. My left currently feels like my right does on a not so great day. I guess you could say an average day, where my pinky fingers and my ring finger just is definitely on the tingly side, and my whole hand has the feeling of being a bit warm. Yeah, so there's that. It hurts a lot. Things that are coming to my mind as I kept thinking. There might be some TOS going on, which is thoracic outlet syndrome. But I don't know. I need to see a chiropractor and find a different acupuncturist who will actually see me in this state. So when I was seeing, he won't. So, what else is going on because of this? So, I was awake, and I couldn't sleep, and my brain has to be distracted slightly so that I can not be in complete pain. Yeah, I tried doing 12 breath sequences. I did the head technique, the stretching the neck technique, and yeah, my scalenes are super tight, but like the stretching, none of that was doing anything. Oh god. Okay, so I think I've made a decision. I'm not taking the office. It would have been free for 2 months, but in my current state, there's no way I could do setup for it this week. And yeah, and I'll talk more about that and about the decision to not do things in a future video. This way is still going okay. Yeah. this was to help confirm the vision of what I want to create. And I think this is one of those times, similar to last year, where I could go and do this, and I could have that use of that room, which would be really beneficial for offering the meditations and also for doing my school work or my grading. I'm a professor. And scanning for Dr. Miller and a bunch of other things. But I would end up decorating it. I would end up buying things. I would end up spending money. And while I could the potential is there to make money, I think it'd be better to just do this virtually or find a different place at some point to do it. I also think this has to do with maybe the concept of convictions and living by them. So I could look at this and say the universe is asking, are you going to fight through whatever is happening physically and pain to get what I want? Or am I going to say that our health, emotional, mental, physical, etc., well-being is of utmost importance? And if I am not doing the things to take care of myself, then what type of role model or example am I being? Now, I absolutely believe that a person doesn't have to be perfect to offer such advice. I know people who are very heavy set, and they offer dietary advice. I know dietitians who are not skinny. I know personal trainers who have a little bit of a pudge. I know massage therapists who do not get massages ever, pretty much, and who don't even necessarily like to be touched. I fully believe that people make mistakes and mistakes and mistakes, and they still can offer advice even about things not related to their mistakes or even related to their mistakes. Even if that advice wouldn't work for them, it could work for somebody else. I've talked about that recently, but I've also mentioned that importance of self-care and beingness and conditions of happiness and everything, so many things. And so, given how I'm feeling right now, and I guess it's possible it will change, but I don't think so. I think that choice is, do I want to really live and be the example of turning things around and putting health first? And the answer, I think, is yes. Absolutely yes. I hurt right now. My hand hurts right now. I hurt. And that can't be an ongoing state. It really can't be. Yeah. So, yeah. The store doesn't cause much of a reaction emotionally, spiritually, etc. So that's a good thing. I am at a stoplight, so I am going to stop this video with my left finger because